Paris as they bring in guys
Ngannou knocks Arlovsky down. That is it! The Predator, Francis Ngannou.
Can we talk for a second about Francis Ngannou? First off, I was scared of him before. Because if he hits you, you're going to die.
He's an incredible athlete, and what he has over everybody is power.
Francis hits you, you don't get up. Francis hits you, you hit the canvas.
He's a scary, scary man. He's the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
Francis Ngannou is one of the best arguments for carrying a gun.
He got that big from working in a fucking sand mine.
Oh my God.
One slave become king.
He came from a place where the earth was stripped bare, a sand mine in Cameroon, to become the most feared man in combat sports. He held the most coveted prize in mixed martial arts, and then he walked away. This is not just a story of knockouts and championships. This is a story of principle, of loss, and of a man fighting for control over his own destiny. This is the story of Francis the Predator Ngannou. Long before the bright lights of the UFC, Francis Ngannou's fight was for survival. At 10 years old, he was already laboring in a sand mine.
One of the things that I read about you was that you worked in a sand mine when you were young, that you dug sand all day.
Yeah, that was growing up. I was about 10 years old when I started that, because I was in the village, and where I grew up. After leaving my aunt's house, I went to my grandma, and we had to do something. We had to work to contribute at home, to buy oil, to buy food, and also for our scholarship, for books. So you have to work, even though that work was meant for adults, but we didn't have any option. So
Growing up doing something like that, first of all, it had to be very difficult. Very digging difficult. Sand.
Yeah.
It's also, your body must develop very strong from doing something like that. At 10 years old, as you're growing, as you're maturing, doing something that's that difficult, I mean, it must have made you really fucking strong.
I always feel like I miss my childhood. It's something missing in it, because it's been too much frustration in my life. I had to work by that age, and it wasn't enough. When school starts all the time, I'm gonna go to school, and most of the time still didn't have a pen to take note or a notebook to write on it. Sometimes no shoes or clothes, just have to wear my uniform was tear all over, and I was frustrated to look around and see other kids looking good. They went to they went in vacation to this family member, came back with all brand new stuff, and I was just there looking crappy with my. I had to take my old book and look for an empty page to take a note, hoping that when I have a book, I'll copy the note from this year in the new book. But at first I always had to use the old book. And most of the time, teachers, they don't understand why you don't have a book. They don't understand why you don't have a pen. Sometimes they just think that you didn't tell your parents. You should tell your parents so they can buy it for you. They don't understand that you can not just afford it.
His dream of boxing was a luxury he couldn't afford, but a spark refused to be extinguished. At 26, with nothing but a fierce determination, he embarked on an epic journey to Paris, France to pursue MMA.
Why did you want to leave Cameroon? Was things super bad there?
No, I always had a dream to become a professional boxer. I didn't know MMA at the time. I wanted to become a professional boxer. And we were so poor that I couldn't even afford the education or nothing. I couldn't, I didn't in my childhood, I didn't belong in any friend group. I don't have a childhood friend. My parents divorced. I was 6, and we were moving every time, like maybe 6 months here for somebody trying to help my mom to raise us. Then he would take us for 6 months. Then after, be like, oh, I can't anymore. And then they would send me to another place. So I never had a foundation, a base somewhere. Like I was trying to have a friendship, trying to fit in. And by the time maybe I started to have a friend or at home or at school, I have to move again. They have to send me to some other place. So everywhere I was stranger. And it didn't help the fact that we were so poor that even at school, sometimes I didn't have book or I didn't have anything. For other kids, you're just a new guy who doesn't have books. So nobody is excited to be friend with you, right? Before I left Cameroon, I went to see my mom. She didn't know why I was there for that long, but I was there because that was my last time before I leave. Then I'm like staring at my mom sometime, like maybe this might be the last time that I'm seeing her, but I have to do this. That's when I decided to leave,
So how'd you get there?
to use all the back doors. Sahara is one of
Sahara Desert, yeah.
the Sahara Desert, and it's like one of the biggest over there. They just bring a small truck and put your baggage in it. Like Toyota Tacoma?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's going to be like 25 of you guys in the back.
25 people in a Toyota Tacoma.
Yeah, plus your luggage. So
Wow.
you are not allowed for a lot of luggage. Even water, you don't allowed for certain quantity of water because it takes space.
Oof.
And you are going to the desert and you have to grab the truck so hard so you get cramped. But when you get cramped, you can't let him go, because if you let him go, you fall, and that's it. They won't stop. Let him go is like letting your life go.
Wow.
It's over if I let him go. There is not second chance. I remember there was a girl with a baby. She couldn't do it anymore. She just wanted to throw the baby away.
Oh my God.
This how hard it was. Like she couldn't do it, and you can't blame her. Even before the middle of the trip, the water is finished. Nobody has water anymore.
Oof.
And these people, they don't give a shit. They just want to drive from this point to this point. So you get dehydrated at the point that you're not sweating anymore. It's like oil on your face. At some point, we have like a dome of sand. So you have to rub your face and everything, because the sun is just like...
Oh.
You go through all this stuff, and we found a water well, and it was so dirty with dead animal in it, bird, everything. If I don't drink this water, I'm not lasting long.
So you drank it.
So you drink it. You kind of like take the water, put it in the bottle, leave your shirt, and use your
Filter.
shirt as a filter. Drink the water. That's where you kind of like start to understand what you put yourself into. It's just the beginning.
He was homeless upon arrival, but he found a home in the gym. His raw, devastating power was undeniable, a force forged in the fires of hardship.
So how do you get to an MMA gym?
I first the next day I found a boxing gym. All day long I was walking, asking, until I found a boxing gym. And I found it was about 4, and it was exactly a boxing time. And I asked to talk. They give me this sheet with prices on it, everything. I saw the prices. I'm like, damn, they don't really know that I can't afford this. But I asked the lady in the front desk if I can see the coach. And she told me the coach is not there, but there is a guy taking a class, so I can meet the guy if I want. I'm like, of course. I met this. Then after like 30 minutes, she brought me down. She showed me to the guy, and like the guy was DJ Camon, the first guy that I met. And I was telling him like, yeah, I mean, I was just straight up like, listen, I just came here. I don't have where to sleep. I don't have nothing. But I mean, I'm not asking for something besides somewhere to train, besides an opportunity, because I'm gonna become a world champion. you know, like when you come walk to the gym, you don't have nothing, and you're saying that for people who has been there for years and years. It looks like you're kind of looking at them like, oh, what are you guys be doing there? You know, you've been wasting your time.
Yeah.
But it was just like me believing in myself.
His rise in the UFC was meteoric and terrifying. With a string of vicious knockouts, he built a highlight reel of destruction. But his defining moment came at UFC 260 against the man who had once defeated him, the greatest heavyweight of all time, Stipe Miocic.
You know, for the Stipe fight, I think I rushed basically for the first round. And now I'm like, I was there like, damn, I had 5 rounds. Why should I like rush?
And then run out of gas.
Run out of gas. Like,
Right.
I should have like, and looking that fight, I mean, I watched that fight. I see the guy look like me, but I don't recognize myself because it's not the way that I fight.
Right.
I look back to other fight. It's not the way he looks like. He's 2 different person. It's not the way that I used to fight. You know, I kind of like calm, approach the fight, let myself get into fight, and if there's a opportunity, like most of the time my opponent will be even the first to attack, you know, because I'm there. But this one, I just like rushing there. So I'm like, I should have calmed down. I should. And I keep repeating in my mind, like, calm. So I was in the fight with Lewis, and I was just like, take your time, calm down, don't rush, calm down.
In that rematch, Ngannou was not just a brawler, he was a calculated hunter. He dethroned the king, becoming the UFC heavyweight champion of the world and cementing his place in history.
Francis Ngannou can finally call himself the greatest heavyweight in the world.
At the pinnacle of his career, with the world at his feet, Francis Ngannou made a decision that shocked the sports world. After successfully defending his title against Cyril Gane, he walked away from the UFC. Why? The public narrative was about money, but the truth was far deeper. In his own words, the UFC contract made him feel like he was not free. He wasn't just fighting for himself, he was fighting for all fighters. He asked for basic rights, health insurance for the entire roster, the ability to have his own sponsors, and the freedom to pursue his dream of boxing.
Something like healthcare included.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want stuff like that. I want something like a guarantee. Since I'm making this as a living and I'm exclusive to you, you guarantee me that whenever I could fight, you find something for me. You're obligated to give me a fight. Know that because if I don't sign a contract and you want me to sign and you want me to run out of money and crawl back to you because I need those money, then you starve me and not give me a fight.
Okay,
you know,
so
even
you
though
wanted
you know
a guarantee.
that, even know that you know that I might need to, just because you know that I might need 2 or 3 fights to make a living, to keep up my lifestyle, then you strengthen back down to 1 fight. So I will be needing money, and then will be forced to take a contract that I don't want just because I need money.
So I want to make sure I'm super clear on this. You essentially wanted a guarantee of fights within the contract so that you could
a guarantee of engagement. I'm giving everything. I'm giving up all my rights.
Exclusivity.
Exclusivity.
So
and
you can't
everything.
go and do anything else.
But I really, yes, but you're not committed to anything.
So, okay, so I'm the UFC. I'm not committed to anything, but you have to give up your exclusivity.
Yeah.
And I'm not even guaranteeing that I'm going to give you...
And then some exclusivity in that contract said in perpetuity.
Forever.
Yeah.
So you're exclusive forever in certain situations.
But at the same time, you really have no obligation.
But I have no responsibility or obligation to give you anything.
Yeah.
So it's really one-sided.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you decide not to give me a fight for 2 years, I can't say anything.
And you'd starve.
But if you call me and say, oh, you have a fight in, okay, I have a fight, I want you to fight in 1 month, and I'm say, oh, I'm hurt, then you have a right to say, okay, I extend your contract for 6 months.
The UFC offered him a historic deal, but to Ngannou, no amount of money was worth his freedom. He chose principle over prestige and was stripped of his championship.
We kept trying to get this deal done with Francis, and then finally it just, we got to the realization that it wasn't going to happen.
what do you want? What is it about then? Freedom is, but like, what are you looking for? Is there anything specific that you can share? I know you don't have to go through your whole entire, like, life goal here, but what is it that's really bugging you about what they're offering and what maybe they're not offering?
The term of the contract, everything that they put into, they hold you like in captivity. Like you can't do anything, you have no right. The contract is one-sided. Although you still don't have nothing, you don't even have a health insurance while you're doing this, putting your body on the line to put on the show, risking everything. There's a lot of things, man. We have no insurance, nothing, like no guarantee, which I understand for independent contractor, but treat me as such then. If I am, whether I'm going to be an employer or an independent contractor, but make it very clear in the contract. It's very mixed up.
His bet on himself paid off in a way no one could have imagined. In his professional boxing debut, he faced the lineal heavyweight champion, Tyson Fury. And in one of the most stunning moments in boxing history, Francis Ngannou knocked Tyson Fury down. Although he lost a controversial decision, he had earned the respect of the world.
The only thing I
bet on this one, no, nothing was right.
What I didn't like about that Tyson Fury fight is he elbowed you, and it didn't even phase you. But I think the referee should have said something because he made a stink when you did the Superman punch, which is legal.
Yeah.
So,
and at the end, I did the Superman punch at the end. Well, I think at that moment, there was like, damn, he's wrong.
It's about to be a battle.
Yeah. So I think a lot of things would have been allowed to him. Like at first, when we started the fight, the Tyson Fury fight, as soon as we get to a contact like this, it was a break. Because I was the guy that was coming that has like some wrestling experience. But later on in the fight, Tyson Fury was the guy now that was initiating contact.
Right, yeah.
And from there, that moment, there wasn't like the break. They would let him go all the way.
Yeah.
Because he's the one initiating. Yeah. So I think even the referee wasn't fair on that. Even the referee wasn't fair, but no until they get there and it was too late already.
Right.
After that, it was announced that you'd be fighting Tyson Fury in a boxing match, who is the world heavyweight champion of boxing. And by many people's account, I watched the fight as well. I stayed up in the UK and watched it. You beat him. You didn't beat him on the scorecard, but I think in every sense of the word, you beat him. And for that fight, you got paid, I read, many times more for that one fight than you got paid in your entire UFC career.
Yes.
From one fight with Tyson Fury.
Yeah. And even in my view, it would have been a Tyson Fury fight or he would have been a PFL fight. I knew that from that moment, every fight that I will make, I will be paid more than what I've been making in my entire career.
But 2024 would become, in his own words, his worst year ever. Just months after the Fury fight, his world was shattered by the unimaginable loss of his 15-month-old son, Kobe.
You have, you come out of the fight with Anthony Joshua and you go back to making plans for the future, and then life shows how cruel and unfair it's capable of being when your 15-month-old baby boy, Kobe, passes away just a few months ago. I'm really sorry.
Thank you.
And it is the most unimaginable thing.
Yeah. That's something that I never imagined. And all of a sudden, nothing really matters. All of a sudden, you realize that you were complaining about a lot. Instead of feeling blessed, being grateful, you were complaining about things that didn't work. But in fact, everything was working well.
How are you?
How am I?
Yeah.
Life. Surviving, but not the same. I don't think you will ever be the same. And I can't explain how in just 15 months, I mean, I still ask myself how in just 15 months a kid or a person can take this much space and basically became you, to the point that when he's gone, you feel like you're missing too. Just 15 months. I mean, 2 years ago he wasn't there and I was living good. He came and he left. And I feel like, I don't know, it's a weird type of thing.
The man known for breaking opponents with his fists was now broken by a heartbreak beyond comprehension.
Have you been able to grieve and process it?
How do they grieve? How do they process it? I never learn. I never know how it works. You just feel it. Some days you do with it, some days you do without it. How do they deal with that kind of situation? There's not a how they say, there's not a process that is set up to learn how to go through.
In the face of ultimate pain, he could have quit, but champions are defined by how they get up. Francis returned to the cage in the PFL and delivered a stunning first-round victory, showing the world that while it can reign forever, it cannot break an unbreakable spirit. The sentiment around Ngannou is a tale of two worlds. Fans rally behind him, with one commenting on his social media, "It can't reign forever. Keep your head up, champ." Yet his principled stands sometimes confuse others, like when he turned down a lucrative offer to fight Jake Paul, calling it disrespectful to his career. His legacy, however, is defended by his peers. UFC star Israel Adesanya spoke out when it seemed the UFC was editing Ngannou out of its history, saying, "You can never erase Francis' history from the UFC. It's part of history. We need to fix this."
Speaking of African champions, how you feel about Francis not staying with the UFC, having to move on to
I think so. I feel like the story's not over. Even like when this whole fucking thing with One Championship came out, they're like, "Oh, we are withdrawing from the bidding to," but that was a play because Francis came to them and was honest. Like, "Look, I got this deal. Can you guys match this?" They couldn't match it. So to save face, they were like,
they protected themselves.
But that was stupid. And then when that happened, I saw the narrative. The streets was like, "Oh, he made a mistake. Yeah, no one wants it, this and that." But I'm like, bro, chill. He's signed with the PFL. Give it time. Give it time. Let him do his thing. Because the story's still being written. Also, he's the guy that, look, before the UFC, how he got to Paris. Have you heard that story?
Yeah. It's crazy.
He's not a guy that gives up.
He told us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had him on the pod when we were in Miami.
Oh, no way.
He called in.
He zoomed in, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have I seen this?
Maybe. But yeah, he's the man.
Yeah, he is. So he's not a guy that gives up easily. He's not a guy that just like folds, you know? Give it time. Give it time. I think he's making the right call. PFL. Also, what I liked is even like bringing up the fighter he's fighting, they're gonna get paid at least $1 million.
Bro, incredible.
And then what that does is like guys who want to fight, they're like, if I fight Francis, that's a money fight for me.
Yeah.
You know? And yeah, give it time. Things are happening, but give it time. The story will unfold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's next for the Predator? The fire still burns. He has made it clear he wants a rematch with Tyson Fury in the boxing ring. A showdown with another feared puncher, Deontay Wilder, is also a tantalizing possibility. His plan is to split his time between the boxing ring and the PFL cage, a path he carved out for himself. From the sand mines of Cameroon to the summit of the UFC, through personal tragedy and a principled war with a corporate giant, Francis Ngannou's story is more than a sports story. It is a powerful lesson that true strength isn't just about the power in your hands, but the unbreakable will to control your own destiny. He is and will always be the Predator.